Hey everyone, Joe here from buildassetsonline.com. And today we're going to be answering a question that someone left us in the comments section, which was how do you manage your employee relationships so that they don't steal your business idea? And shout out to Teeth Health Central, which was the commenter who left this. I'm not sure if that's his or her real name, but if so, that's pretty cool. So, how do you make sure that your employees don't steal your business idea?
You know, this is like a good question because I think it touches upon not just there's the answer to the question, but there's also like a mindset difference behind it between there's a mindset that you need to be in to be a business owner, and there's a mindset you need to be in to be an employee. And it's not a knock on being an employee or either one. But I think the most direct answer, and then we'll kind of dive into why this is that people who are employees, people who want jobs, are not, they want jobs. They're not trying to steal your identity, not identity. They're not trying to steal your idea and take off running with it. Because first off, they want a job because they want steady income.
Yeah.
Stealing your idea is a risk. And so it's not, I mean, it happens probably from time to time, but it's a super rare thing. People don't always have the means to go out and create their own business. People that find our content, that are searching for it, are people that have put themselves in a good position to be able to start something to where they can go off on their own. People who have jobs, like if you want to go out and start something on your own, you don't do that by applying for jobs, getting one, and then stealing someone's idea. That's just
Yeah, and
my
to
opinion.
be honest with you, well, let me add two things here. I don't know if this rings true to anyone out there or to you, Mike, but whenever I meet people that don't actually have their own business and they say like, "Oh, I'm thinking about starting my own business," I've had conversations where it's like someone would say that to me, "I'm thinking about starting my own business," and I'd say like, "Oh, like what kind of business? Like what's it about?" And they're like, "I can't tell you. I don't want you to steal my idea." And I think it was Mark Cuban who I actually kind of disagree. I mean, who am I to disagree with him? But he actually said that business is not so much about the idea; it's about the execution. So no one is really going to steal your idea and execute it better. I mean, they can, but I think that's more of a rare thing than a real thing. Unless you have, I would say, unless you're like an inventor or something like that, and you have some great invention, and it's really like groundbreaking, and then you might have to worry about people stealing it. Big corporations stealing it and mass manufacturing it. You may want to get patents and something like that. But if you're opening up an online business like the way we teach it, Kindle publishing, drop shipping, content sites, whatever, all that good stuff that we talk about, I would say that's kind of like the real life equivalent to opening up like a I can't think of a I would say somewhere between a real estate empire and a dry cleaners. Something like that. I don't you see what I'm trying to get
It
at
is
there.
kind of like, yeah, I mean, no, that's a good point, and I wanted to touch on that, is people also really can't steal your ideas because they don't know the whole thing. Like if
Yeah.
you have an employee, obviously, as you know, we have many employees. As some people watching this may not know, we manage over 10 employees for, the plethora of all our sites and all the tasks that we do. But not one of them has like all the keys to the castle. There's not going to break into, the my executive cabinet and get my secret sauce
Exactly. Yeah.
because it's not anywhere. Employees don't know what to do until you tell them what to do. So
And then they
if
still don't know what to do.
and then and they still don't know what to do. So the chances of them actually, if they wanted to steal your business and they went to go try, is like so futile. Because with you, you've done all this research. Say you've taken our course, and so you know the back end of what needs to be done to create the website, how to get the suppliers, how to run the ads, there is no employee that you would have that would have access to all that stuff or would have any sort of idea as to what's going on.
Yeah, even something as simple as a Kindle publishing business. You're it's pretty straightforward. The process is that you have a book written, you make the cover, you publish it on Amazon. And you would think, say you hire an employee to go in the back end of Kindle and like manage all that. Just a hypothetical scenario.
Hmm.
Say you do that. And you would think on the surface they could just steal my book ideas and whatever. But realistically, that's not going to happen because there's a lot that goes into creating the books that you created, unless they blatantly copy and paste your books, which then you can just take them down on Amazon and stuff like that. But they're not doing all the keyword research techniques that you know. They're not researching books. There's many
Yeah.
layers to a business, and
This is such a
yeah,
small niche of people who are interested in digital information and making money online. And like, I can't imagine someone who's actually in this space of knowing that people give away this type of information, applying for a job and then trying to do this. That's really the only scenario in which it could happen. But also, what I'll say is, okay, if you're in the U.S., if you hire a U.S. employee, have them sign some sort of non-compete agreement,
yeah,
so that they go off and they compete. Okay, you can talk with a lawyer about taking legal action. But if they're overseas, how are they going to steal your business?
yeah. It creates even more layers that they have to cross. I mean, again, if we're talking about drop shipping, they can create a U.S. business and stuff like that, and like we talk about, definitely you can do it if you're in another country. You can form a business in the U.S. We have another video on that, but I'm just saying it's like they don't
I
know. They don't know all. Like they're not interested in that. They're not
Yeah, and I
interested.
hope I hope like people have. I hope it's this type of question is not preventing people from taking action, because it's like it almost reminds me of like the Houdini escape thing, where there's like 100 locks or straitjacketed. That's essentially an employee trying to steal your business,
Yeah,
because there's
yeah,
so many things they need to break into and figure out exactly what you're doing and how it works,
yeah,
that it's just it would be a magic trick for them to go and do that.
yeah.
And
Well,
also, um, before we digress, we had a supplier, and I don't know if you're familiar with this, Joe, but we had a supplier, and one of the sales reps, who was a bit of a
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. I
a
know.
loudmouth, he saw that we were doing well. We were probably making more money than him, and he got upset by this, and he actually quit the company to go
Yeah,
start his own store.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And
know.
and the one person who would have access to understanding, he wasn't our employee, but he understood the business. I i haven't seen any evidence of him trying
Yeah.
to do that.
Exactly, exactly. So it's just like, there's so many steps to like getting your business set up. And I'm not trying to make it seem like it's hard, but if you're not in the right frame of mind to do it, it's just not going to happen. Now, I want to bring up a scenario that could happen. You could have an employee that's like a superstar, and they're in the, and I think we had someone like this, where they kind of like outgrew their position. And in our situation, this person, she was a writer for us, and she quit to go work on like a higher paying job. And like she was great. Everything she did, I think, was at a very high level, and she was definitely overqualified for the position. Now, in this instance, she left and she went to do something else. But you could have an instance where they're smart enough and have the will and the way uh, to try and steal it. But if you find that you're working with someone that you think has those capabilities, you should think about partnering with them. I think that's always a wise move, because if you have someone that's been with you for a while and they truly understand your business at the level that you do, then you might want to bring them in as more of a stakeholder than an employee. Because if you could do that, that'll free you up to get to even a higher level of your business. That's
Can I
my.
ask you a question? Did When you say she knew the business in and out, um, did she know like the actual
I didn't say that. No,
SEO?
this person, no, she didn't know the business in and out. She didn't know the business in and out. I was just saying that
Yeah.
if you had some, she was just a stellar, at her job. But I was just saying if you had someone that knew the business in and out, that was more of, I guess, she did writing for us. But if you have someone that's more of like a virtual assistant, kind of like a jack of all trades, which people do, like they actually understand the business at a high level. Um, Not that we have anyone like that, but hypothetically, if you had someone like that, I know, because I know Matt Diggity has people like that, and he oftentimes, brings them in on projects where they get like a stake in the project. That's all I was really trying to get at. I think that's a
Yeah.
beneficial thing to do to kind of keep those employees who see the potential of your business and might go and take it. That's a good way to do it, I think.
Yeah, there's definitely ways to do it to where if you see that they're outgrowing their position to keep things win-win.
Yeah.
Because even in these situations where employees are stellar and they may be as close as possible to getting the kind of full breadth of knowledge, I think people inherently they still want assurance
Yeah.
that what they're doing is going to work. And so if you can offer this employee, say, hey, like I'll show you how to go and do this on your own. In return, I want 20%. I want 50%.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
ways to make things win-win. And
Yeah.
people aren't, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. And you'll know if someone's at that level, like that they can steal your idea. It's not like you're not going to know about it. You'll know about it.
yeah, I mean, it's like a challenge to have them understand
Yeah.
an employee understand what you're doing.
Yeah, it's a real challenge. I mean, that's why, when you bring on someone new, generally speaking, you have to spend a lot of time training them. That's kind of the time investment you have to make for an employee. So it's going to be hard for them to stop doing the work for you, go off on their own, put together all the missing pieces, and do not get paid, and then
Yeah.
start from scratch. So
Yeah. It's a
yeah.
Houdini. It's a Houdini act of unprecedented proportions. But thank you, Teeth Health Central, for
Yeah.
that question.
Thanks.
Because
Thanks. Go ahead.
I think getting into like employee relationships and training stuff is like a whole higher concept and whole other set of videos that I'm not sure people are ready for yet. Because at this point, we're just trying to get people to like start their business and have success.
Yeah.
You can get to six figures a month in revenue with like one employee
Or zero. Really.
or zero. Yeah, or zero. But when you start talking about going beyond six figures and really creating a powerful, powerful asset, then you get more into these concepts. But I think I like talking about this stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah, it's always good. So thanks for the question again. Don't forget, visit buildthatsetsonline.com/playbook for our free course. If you are on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I'm just kidding. I'm doing that ironically, guys. Or if you're listening to this on iTunes, like whatever, rate it. Do all those things that make us feel good. That's what I'm trying to say. Those give us that clout. It makes us feel good. So that's it, guys. Joe signing out.
Take it easy.